Okay then, so yes, I am Marc Riley and we've got Mr. Ben and the Bens just up the road. Hello.
Hey, yeah.
Hello.
Okay, before we get into Mr. Ben and the Bens, Phil's been on from Durham. He said, Mark, you know how the pub club are excellent? Well, no change there on Friday at the Clooney in Newcastle, but ask Ben Hall about his new band Mock Tudors. They blew the roof off at support last night. So you've got some new music, haven't you?
Yeah, got a new project with two buddies in Sheffield. Yeah, Mock Tudors started in January this year.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. And so, I mean, you're busy enough and then you're lumping all that on yourself as well. I admire you, mate, and I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah.
Okay. So we were talking before and I mentioned the fact that your album is coming out on Friday and both you and Zach look completely, like you knew it was coming out, but you've not known for very long.
It's crept up, yeah. The turning of the seasons, all these things can distract you from things that are set in stone. So, in a whimsical way, I guess it's emerged from the leaves of autumn.
Good Lord,
to make itself known.
That was so poetic, Ben. I could cry. So, it's Good Day for Drying, it's called.
Yeah.
Explain that, if you don't mind.
I always love those days when you can put your washing out and they get dried within 3 hours. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the summer. Sometimes it can be in the winter when it's really windy. And currently we're not having a very good couple of weeks for drying, and the house is really damp and it's full of damp clothes. Me and Zach are living together at the moment, so we're struggling a little bit with the drying. But yeah, they're the best days, and there's something really nice about when you get to leave the house and I'm not going to come back to washing covered in rain. So that's like little things in life, I guess. Yeah,
it's a very practical explanation of a very practical title, but it's not Dark Side of the Moon, is it?
No, not quite.
Right, okay. And so you have used the concept before in your writing, and you've kind of returned for it for this record. What's the plot then?
I guess it's sort of about I grew up in quite a small village in the north of Lancashire, and it's kind of character studies based on people. Oh, I guess, yeah, sort of based on people that I know from back in the day. But obviously, time warps your memories ever so slightly, so they're reimagined, kind of surreal versions of those characters, yeah.
Okay, will there be lots of people up in that neck of the woods listening to the album with a cocked ear thinking, do I need to speak to my lawyer about this?
Well, luckily, nobody very locally likes the band, so that's, that's the sound.
Is that why you moved to Sheffield?
Yeah, essentially, just so, it's a journalistic thing, yeah. Separate yourself from the... work and pleasure, don't mix them.
The brilliant concept of just going around the country just trying to find a city that loves you. But luckily for you, I'm not at all surprised, the second city that you chose, Sheffield, does exactly that.
Oh, it's the best. Yeah, we feel very at home there.
Okay, good. And we had Julia Jacqueline do a session for us a couple of weeks ago, and I was reading up some interviews with her during the day, and she mentioned the fact that she'd written about primary school, and she'd mentioned the fact that nobody seems to write about that part of their lives, which is true, but you have as well. Yeah,
there's 3 songs off that album that are about primary school days. It's an interesting one, I guess, because you can't really romanticise it in a classic way, but there's interesting things that you can pick out from it that are to do. And I always like writing about friendships rather than romantic things, because that, I feel, is something that's not highlighted very often in guitar music, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting. That. So and some of these songs have been with you for quite a while, eh?
Yeah, a couple of years. Yeah. I guess we put out Life Drawing 2 years ago next summer, and it's just one of them, isn't it? It's like raising the money to go into the studio and all that kind of boring logistical stuff, but at the same time I guess it's really good because it means that you can really fine-tune the songs, which is something that I rarely do. I usually work quite impulsively in the recording side of things, so it's been really nice to sit on them and dwell on it a little bit more. Yeah.
Right, okay. I mean, I was having a back and forth with Lloyd from Bingo Records today, and he was telling me about the song that you're going to do next, actually, Nape of My Neck, about how the origin of it. Yeah.
I guess I was playing in a rehearsal and played the riff wrong, and then it has that discordant thing to it, and I always like that collage of turning a mistake into something that's part of the song, so change the chords around and then it turns into something totally different. So yeah.
The old cliche is if you're particularly doing a solo and you hit a bum note, hit it twice and it makes it sound like you meant it. Yeah, cool. You are going out on tour after a year-long break, apart from one festival appearance. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh, definitely, and this has really whetted the appetite, I must admit. We were just saying outside, it's yeah, lovely to be playing together.
Well, it's lovely to have you here as well. So the 23rd of November you play the Victoria in Dalston, London, the 25th Brighton, Hope and Ruin, the 27th Margate elsewhere, the 28th Birmingham Hare and Hounds, the 30th Manchester Yes, 1st of December Delicious Clam in Sheffield, the 2nd Lancaster, the Gregson Centre. There'll be loads of people there. You say they don't love you there, but they do. The 3rd of December Sunderland Pop Rex Limited, and then the 11th of December Edinburgh Sneaky Pete's. Fabulous. All right, then. So you're going to do 2 songs back-to-back for us now, then, Mr. Ben and the Bens. And